Welcome back, Arbor League, and today we've got one more team for you to try in Little Cup before rotation, Dragon Double Steel. We have Jangmo in the lead with Ferroseed and Klink in the back again with a team rating of FCFA. So like and subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on, and let's get into the battles. Bronzor is the preferred steel type in Little Cup, but I didn't have a good one or one worth building for a week. But I did catch a decent ranked Klink in the wild, and it can actually beat Bronzor. With the new move updates, it got access to Volt Switch, which allows it to charge quicker and deal heavy damage, with a 4-turn fast move in Little Cup where things are a little less bulky. It also has access to Zap Cannon, so a potentially debuffing move that hits pretty hard up against other steels is key. So for the Bronzor leads, you safe swap Ferroseed, the soft counter, to realign with the gear on gear violence later. Ferroseed is also the hard counter for dragons and charmers, especially Cottony, so you safe swap Klink in those situations. And with dragon leads, you want to safe swap Klink because Jangmo does beat opposing dragons with Dragon Tail, but there's usually a fire in the back, so you have to bait it out. You are going to lose in those situations, but at least you've baited it out, and worst case scenario, Jangmo farms down, and you can come out with 1 or 2 claws for the opposing dragon. So we're going to see here a Slowpoke comes in. We're able to get to this Zap Cannon. No shields are left, so we'll be taking it out. Because the water is not a response to Klink, we are a Volt Switch user, and hopefully this Bronzor does not have payback. If it is, we might not make a move on Jangmo here, but it's just a Psyshock. We're able to take that, get to the Zap Cannon, and this will be one-shotting, if not near one-shotting the Bronzor from this health. It does, and we take that game. So heading in the rest of the commentary here. Next match, we have a Cottony. That is the absolute worst lead to see, so we need to safe swap Klink, as Ferroseed is the hard counter because the mirror grass typings, and the steel takes care of the fairy. A water type comes in, as that is not a response to Klink as a Volt Switch user. The water guns are doing neutral damage, but as you see here, the Vice Grips, it's not a very good move, but it charges really quickly. 3-2, 3-2 are the counts. Get that Volt Switch through, and we're able to one shield in turn, farm down the Vaporeon, and take Switch. Now we see the Bronzor come in, and we would have liked to seen it sooner, because we are able to get to this Zap Cannon, but it takes 2 Zap Cannons to take out this Bronzor, as it is neutral damage on the steel. We do not get the debuff, and they make a move. So even if this is Psyshock or Payback, which they do full send, takes us out, and now we have to come back in with Jangmo. So Jangmo does have access to Brick Break here. They're on tackle, not doing that much damage, but the Charmer comes back in, and we're able to respond with Ferroseed. We're able to super effective Metal Claw down, take any moves, multiple moves here. Like I said, this is a hard wall to Cottony. Energy Ball doesn't care, and we are able to come out with 2 Iron Heads. This is good for the Bronzor. Unfortunately, he will have to shield one of these because we will be getting it into the farm down range for Jangmo. Dragon Tails are resisted, but Ferroseed here going off on a tangent, and they're on tackle. We get farmed down, so we just have to make a move here on Jangmo. We still have a shield, and we get to the Brick Break. The Brick Break is neutral due to Bronzor's dual Psychic typing. One more Dragon Tail, and we take that game. Hopping into the next match, we have a Dratini on the lead. So again, this is a winning match for us, but there is a fire in the back, so we have to bait it out with the steel, hoping to align it with Jangmo later on. Most of the moves here are resisted by Dratini, including the Aqua Tail, but they decide to go Twister. Totally okay with me, and now the fire comes out. So they will be able to get the farm down, but as you can see here, these Vice Grips fire off pretty spammy. We're able to get to the second one here. Not going to do a horrible amount of damage to Vulpix, but we will be able to get some chip damage before we go down. Now Vulpix does have access to Body Slam, so we will have to be wary of that with the Jangmo, because this is Little Cup, things are a little bit more frail. We accidentally shield a Weather Ball here, and we try to get to the farm down, but we just cannot. I should have thrown the Dragon Claw or try to catch, because now the Body Slam comes through. Almost KOs, but we're able to save Jangmo and snipe with a Metal Claw. hoping Ferroseed can survive whatever else comes in. They resend in the Dratini, and another hard wall to the dragons, as Ferroseed's grass type does resist the Aqua Tail that they do decide to throw here. Now we see a Cottony come in. That's why they didn't come in with the Cottony first. We're able to make an Iron Head. Cottony still a little bulky, and they're on Razor Leaf. We're able to farm down, and all we need to do is farm down the Dratini as well. So in Jangmo situations where you're up against Cottony, it's okay if it has Razor Leaf. Now we're up against the Alolan Vulpix here, and I should have safe swapped Ferroseed because I'm arguing myself that Klink is the hard wall to Alolan here because Ice type does take neutral on Ferroseed as it is part grass. However, they do swap into Bastiodon here. It's not too bad for us. We're able to get a Zap Cannon off, which would have been neutral. And we might be able to get to this next one here. Bastiodon does not want to see it in the Little Cup, but we're just not able to make it. I thought I was able to. Unfortunately, we have to come back in with the Jangmo here. Now, on the downside, this is Little Cup, so Jangmo is single dragon typing. He is not fighting type like his evolution chain is, where if he was, we would be resisting these smackdowns, but they are hurting us, so we will have to shield these stone edges. I was going to throw a Brick Break here, but I need it for that Vulpix, so I go for the aggressive farm down, and we get it. We just have to survive a couple Powder Snows and get off a couple of these Brick Breaks. Brick Break will be doing super effective to Vulpix because Vulpix itself is also single type Ice and not Fairy. Now there's a Dino in the back, however, shields are down, so Dark moves are neutral here. This Crunch is absolutely going to hurt us, and we're able to get this Iron Head off, but it's not going to matter because we needed to throw that at the Vulpix here. We get farmed down, and we do have a Brick Break here ready to go. We just have to hope that this KOs from this range. It's non-stab. It does not KO what more Dragon Tail would have, but they're out of move, and unfortunately we are going to go down to this Weather Ball. Close game, and GG's to my opponent. Up against the next match here, we have Wigglytuff. So not great lead again. We have to safe swap Klink. I have Metal Claw on the Ferroseed, as that would be super effective up against Wigglytuff. Getting Waterfall down, but another good thing is we have these water types that swap into Klink. Absolutely wonderful being a Volt Switch user. Unfortunately, we do have to shield the Drill Peck, but we will be able to get a couple shields back. And Empoleon's also not the tankiest, especially in the Little Cup. So these Vice Grips are not the greatest move either, but we get 2 shields, and our safe swap was not in vain. So we do have to keep in mind that Wigglytuff is part Fairy and part normal. So it will be taking neutral to these Brick Breaks here, but I aggressively swap into Ferroseed in the back. And what do they have? An Umbreon. So this is a little scary because Umbreon takes neutral on the Steel here. As you can see, these foul plays still hurt Ferroseed. It is not resisted. We're not going to make another one. They're on their 3-turn Snarl cycle here. Iron Head will not KO. Umbreon still bulky, despite it being Little Cup. So I was debating what to shield here. In case Wigglytuff had a move, I have to get some more damage off here or get to this Iron Head with Ferroseed, but we're not able to farm down. They would have made another move, so I'm just going to get as much Metal Claw damage off as I can with Ferroseed. We get farmed down, but were they out of move? They were not, and we get to the Brick Break. Now, keeping in mind that it's normal, does it KO? Yes, it does, and we're able to take out a Charmer with Jangmo. So despite the terrible rating, this team still shows again that you don't need meta. You just need a consistent team that you are familiar with and know how to play. Knowing your typings and matchups, what hits you can take, when shields are needed, this team is a relatively nice ABB style team to help you climb in the lower ranks and ace level. And don't forget to check out the Discord where we can stream some sets, help you with your gameplay if you're new, or just show off a team you just went 25-0 with, made ace to legend in a day, or just hang out, see insights into my channel, extended versions of clips I play in my videos. So come join the community and make sure you like and comment, subscribe this video. It really means a lot to the channel and me, because there will be much more Pokemon Go and TCG content to come. So thank you everyone so much for watching again. I've been ArborAndy. Keep your guys' sticks on the ice, and I'll see you buds in the next one.